Now, if you take anything from the preliminary swim, Thomas built throughout that race. A small lead early, grew and grew to more than a 3-second margin over the rest of the field by the end of that race. Be interesting to see if it's a similar tactic here in the final.
Take your mark.
20 lengths of the pool. 20 points on the line for the winner here at the NCAA Championship.
Expect Lia Thomas to go out fast, just like she did in the preliminaries. Erica Sullivan was actually the fastest at the 200 mark, 147.4. That's about a half second faster than Lia Thomas. She's right above Thomas in lane number 5, right there. The Olympic silver medalist in the 1500. You got another silver medalist right on the other side of Thomas. That's Emma Wyatt. 3 from the bottom. She did that in the 400 IM.
And then you got Brooke 40 up in lane 7, who won silver in a relay in Tokyo as well, and is the NCAA champ from this event back in 2019. It is Thomas and Sullivan, and in fact, it looks like it is Erica Sullivan just ahead in the early going. You mentioned she had the fastest start in the prelims as well.
And we talked about just being a freshman, 21-year-old freshman, but there have been 6 freshmen over the last 2 heats. The B final had 3. This final, A final, has 3 freshmen. There were none back in 2016.
And 2 fifth years in this final as well, including Thomas, 5th year at Penn, and a major in economics. Thomas moving slightly ahead, but still very close, with Sullivan there in the center of the pool, coming up on 7 lengths down and 13 to go. Sullivan moving back ahead once again.
Got 27.6, just a little bit better than Thomas on that last 50, swimming right with her. And this is what she did in Tokyo with Katie Ledecky. She tried to hang with Ledecky as much as possible, and that really helped her as well in that race. And now she's still right there in the lead, 148.2.
And Emma Wyatt and Brooke 40 have started to come back into a bit as well, even for 3rd and gaining ground on the top 2, Sullivan and Thomas, and it is Sullivan on top. We are coming up to the midway point. All right, Elizabeth, you're down there poolside. What are you seeing from right up close?
Yeah, and I think my favorite spot is here on the pool side. I had a front row seat to all of these girls in warm-up, and I remember watching Erica Sullivan looking so controlled and consistent in her pace in warm-up. So this is to no surprise for me that she's able to hang with the field. But this is a very close race, guys.
Thomas inching ever so slightly forward, but Emma Wyatt is also coming right back into the picture. It's now Thomas in 1st, Wyatt in 2nd, Sullivan in 3rd, and Brooke 40 still in contention in 4th.
How tight was that? That was 0.2 of a second between 4 swimmers on the last 50. And now it's still very tight. Thomas has now taken the lead with a 27.8. Sullivan's dropped back to 3rd. And Emma Wyatt is now coming up on Sullivan.
This is a much different story than what it looked like in the prelims. Emma Wyatt, the Olympic silver medalist, stroke for stroke with Lia Thomas, slightly in the lead in the blue swim cap in lane 4. It is Thomas on top. Wyatt there in 2nd, and Brooke 40 surging up in lane number 7 as Thomas starts to inch it out a bit.
3:27.8 there on that last 50. Thomas still has that slightly, she doesn't have great turns. She pops up right away, so if you can get a good turn, you can pull up right there even with her.
Look at Brooke 40 coming into the picture, coming up on 100 yards to go, and Thomas making a move here to pull ahead.
They're trying to stay with her, and she's moved up against that lane line, which is giving Wyatt a little bit of an edge as far as catching a little draft. But it looks like Thomas is going to win.
Lia Thomas in the prelims, a little bit faster every single lap. Here at the end of this race, Thomas starting to pull away. At the bell, it's Lia Thomas moving away from Emma Wyatt. Brooke 40 into 3rd.
Wyatt right up there against that lane line. She's having a great race here, and she's going to get 2nd. That will give her a lot of confidence. Remember, she's just a freshman.
Lia Thomas pulling away over the final 150 meters. had to work for it. She was pushed over the first 350 meters. Thomas wins the NCAA championship. Ended up very close for second, with Wyatt taking it ahead of a late charge from Erica Sullivan in third. So there's your top two. Thomas on the right, Wyatt scoring an important 17 points for Virginia into second. And it was those final 100 yards, Rowdy, where Lia Thomas really pulled away.
Yeah, that's where she really took control of the race. Emma Wyatt did as much as she could to hang in there and did a spectacular job in getting second. 4:34 for Wyatt. She went her best time by 2+ seconds to get second.
And Thomas swims a personal best this season as well, a 4:33 low time to win by nearly 1 3/4 seconds. Lia Thomas wins her first NCAA championship, and she's the favorite again tomorrow in the 200-yard freestyle. Wyatt takes second, Erica Sullivan third, and now Lia Thomas is with Elizabeth Beisel.
Lia, how did that performance measure up to your expectations coming into this meet tonight?
I didn't have a whole lot of expectations for this meet. I was just happy to be here, trying to race and compete as best as I could.
You've undoubtedly been under the spotlight over the past few months. How have you been dealing with that and reasoning with everything?
I try to ignore it as much as I can. I try to focus on my swimming, what I need to do to get ready for my races, and just try to block out everything else.
What did that race mean to you?
It means the world to be here, be with two of my best friends and teammates, and be able to compete.
Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you so much.